I'm going to be sharing a new product from Zoya. So this is the Pure Perfector kit. I'm going to be unboxing it. I'm going to be sharing the fun goodies as well as the full application and the removal process, and sharing my honest thoughts and opinions and if I would recommend this kit. So this kit comes in a bag. It's actually one of their Naked Manicure pink bags, which I absolutely love these. I have a couple of them, or a bunch of them actually, in my collection. With this cardstock around it, and this cardstock talks about the actual kit and what's inside of it. So let's go ahead and open it up. Now, before I filmed this video, I did go in and I did make sure that if there was like any excess packaging that didn't need to be in this video, I removed it, which is why the cards got a little jumbled up here. So the first card talks about the actual nail polish. That's basically the new system thing. And then the other side of this card talks about what it does, etc. So please feel free to pause if you are wanting to read these cards more in depth. But the other two cards, one of them talks about the full step-by-step application process, how long it takes each step. And then the other card talks about how to remove the product step-by-step as well. Like I said, I will be doing the full application process. Now, I'm not going to be doing the full removal process on camera just because I didn't want this video to be a little bit too long, but I will be sharing the full 6-minute in total application process. So let's go ahead and get all the goodies out. So the first thing that we got was a small bag of their cotton balls, and these are on the smaller side, but they're really nice. We also got a bunch, or like 5 of these little nail clippies. We also got a packet of their Naked Manicure lint-free wipes. Now, when it comes to nail clips, I use these a lot. Not the ones from Zoya, because I didn't even know that Zoya had these. I use similar ones on Amazon. I absolutely love them. Like I said, I didn't even know that Zoya had those nail clips. I also got a bottle of their Clear and Shine spray that you would use to remove the sticky residue from the gel once it's cured. And then on the other side, we have a wooden stick. One side of them is pointy and the other side is like a cuticle pusher. We also got a file. Now this file, one side of it is your standard file. The other side is like a 2-in-1 buffer. I really like the Zoya nail files. All right, so we also got the actual new product part of the kit, which is this Pure Perfector. We got a bottle of a tiny travel size bottle of the Jelly Cure Naked Jelly. This is the gel that you put on top of that nail polish once it's dry. This you do have to cure, so there is an LED lamp in this kit. We also got a very, very tiny travel size bottle of their Remover Plus. I love this remover. It's one of my favorites. I didn't even know that they had it in this tiny of a bottle, and this bottle is really cute. And then lastly, we have the actual travel LED lamp. Now, this does come with a cord to power the lamp, but it does not come with like a charging block that you would use to plug the cord into the wall. So you can use your tablet charger, you can use your phone charger, you can even use like a portable battery charger, which is what I'm actually going to do for this video. I'm going to go ahead and just open up the lamp here just to show what it looks like. And then we're going to go ahead and plug the lamp in so that we are ready to go once the polish is dry. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and use this power bank. And we have light. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with the application process. So it says step 1 is to clean your nail plate with the remover. So I did use the wooden stick to, create a hole in the seal on the nail polish remover so I could use it. And we're going to use the lint-free wipe. Now, while I'm doing this application process, or when I'm doing the drying process of this, I'm going to go ahead and talk about my feelings on this kit and if I'd recommend it. So we're going to go ahead and cleanse the nail really nicely. And then we're going to go ahead and apply one thin coat of this Pure Perfector, and it says that you need to let it dry for 5 minutes. And while I was letting this dry, I did have a timer next to me on my tablet that was timing the 5 minutes so that I could see if it was fully dry in 5 minutes, which I can tell you it was. We're going to go ahead and cap the free edge here. All right, so now that we are officially in the drying process of this polish, let's talk about my thoughts on the actual kit itself and if I'd recommend it. Personally, I'm going to say that I do not recommend purchasing this kit, but I also do recommend purchasing it, but only for various reasons, and I'm going to explain why. So a few months ago, when Zoya advertised this on Instagram, they did like a very quick sneak peek. The way that they had it advertised, I thought this was going to be a collection kit type thing. I thought it was going to come in a collection box. And I thought, well, maybe this is like a special base coat, special base polish, special top coat, etc. And so I got all excited because that's what I thought it was. So when I went on their website, once it was released, I was majorly disappointed, and I was actually very hesitant to purchase this. So when I looked at what this kit was, I was like, this kit is the exact same kit as the Zoya Naked Manicure Jelly Cure kit. It has everything in this kit that was in the Naked Manicure kit. It had the LED lamp, it had the lint-free wipes, the clear and shine spray. It had the wooden stick, the file, the cotton balls, the lamp, the remover. It also had that gel that you use, all from the original kit. So I was like, the only difference between those two kits is the nail clips and obviously this polish that we're waiting to dry. That was the only thing that was different. So I was like, what are we doing here? So this kit itself was $75. I did actually use my rewards points, and I was able to get a pretty good discount code. So for anyone who's wondering, can you use your rewards points on this? The answer is yes. The polish on its own is $16. So I'm going to say I do not recommend purchasing this, because if you already have this Jelly Cure kit in your collection, there's no point in buying this whole kit if it's just two new items, if that makes sense. So what I would do if you are a person that already has the full Jelly Cure kit in your collection, but you are wanting to try out just this new base polish, I would recommend just purchasing the polish on its own and not purchasing the full kit. Now, if you are a person who does not have the kit and you do not have this new product and you want to try it, then I would recommend purchasing the whole kit. But like I said, I would just recommend purchasing the new product, if you already have all of this stuff in your collection already. So this kit is more for people who are taking a break from gel and acrylic and they want to do like a healthier system to help their nails with, healing, strength, all that type of stuff. I would recommend this because I know there are a lot of people out there that have a hard time with their nails not being strong, or they can peel easy, or you've had like trauma to your nails. My grandmother, she has a very hard time getting her nails to grow because she always breaks them. She is very hard on her nails. She loves being in the garden. I did try this on her last night, and so far so good. I wanted to go ahead and just share that little story because I thought it'd be good to kind of share an example of trying it out on someone who was having a harder time with their nails. Now, personally, I am not going to use this kit on myself. I actually gave this kit to my grandmother so that she could see if this helps her. This does last up to 2 weeks, so I'm assuming that once that 2 weeks is over, you can go ahead and remove it and then reapply it if you want to. For me, when I'm in between nail art designs or just painting my nails in general, I actually like to give my nails a breather, which I know a lot of people are going to be like, your nails don't need to breathe. I'm going to say this sort of in kind of like an aggressive tone, and I'm not trying to sound rude or anything. Everyone needs to do what works best for themselves. So if you are a person that does not feel like your nails need to breathe and you don't want to do that, you don't have to. If you're a person who wants to give your nails a breather, do whatever works best for you. For me, my nails do benefit from taking a couple of days off from painting them in between nail art designs or polish designs, just because your nail plate may not be alive doesn't mean the skin around your nail plate isn't, as I like to think about it. So that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, everyone needs to do what works best for themselves. So, yeah. Basically, during between manicures, I like to just focus on things like nail care, making sure that my cuticles are taken care of, all of that type of stuff. So we are getting to the point where the 5 minutes should be up pretty soon here, and then we can move on to the next step, which is going to be talking about the gel. So now that we are done, we're going to go ahead and apply the layer of the Naked Jelly polish, and we're going to be doing a very thin coat, and again capping the edge. So one thing I'm going to go ahead and say is when I did put this into the LED lamp to cure, I did notice that there was a very strong, like, hot burning sensation, which I know that seems kind of scary and very, like, I don't want to do that. But it did go away after a few seconds. But you can, of course, remove your nail from the lamp, let it cool off, and then put it back in. I would just recommend restarting it. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to be sharing the full 60-second curing here. I had to put the lamp on top of some of the packaging of this kit so that I could get my thumb underneath it. I would definitely recommend making sure that you're holding your hand as still as possible so you get an even cure. I am not a person that works with gel. This is the only exception every now and then. But I do know for a fact from watching many people on Instagram and on YouTube that you have to hold your hand still to make sure you get it cured properly. And you want to make sure that you are fully curing it. And you don't have to have a timer for this lamp because this lamp goes off on its own at 60 seconds. All right, so now that we are out of the lamp, we're going to go ahead and use that Clear Shine spray. This is going to remove that sticky layer, and we're going to apply it to a lint-free wipe. And then we're going to go ahead and wipe this, including the free edge, to make sure we get all of that stickiness off. Okay, so my nails are pretty hard now, and so this is what my nail looked like beforehand. So now I'm going to go ahead and kind of show somewhat of the process of removing it because I thought that would be beneficial to show as well. We're going to go ahead and take a cotton ball from them, put it with the nail polish remover, and then we're going to let this sit on the nails for 5 minutes. We're going to use the clippies that were provided in the kit as well, and I do have a timer on my tablet again for this. Now, I did go ahead and cut out some of the wait time for this because, like I said, I didn't want this video to be that long. I was more focused. I was more interested in showing the full time of the application process than I was for the removal process, to be honest. But this does remove in 5 minutes, which is really nice. Like I said earlier, I am not familiar with gel, so I do know enough about gel from the videos that I've seen on YouTube and on Instagram that you have to let your nails soak for like 30 minutes, sometimes more, to get the gel to remove properly, because if you remove gel not properly, it can apparently damage your nails, which I was like, you know what, probably not a good idea. So the fact that this removes in 5 minutes, I think is actually really, really nice. And this kit did say that there was no damage to your nails, which I think is even nicer. One thing I will say though is when this does remove, it kind of expands the gel and it kind of makes it flake off, which I think is really, really cool. But I definitely would recommend, once you get all the gel off, I would recommend washing your hands. Oh, and when I say all the gel off, this remover does remove the polish that we applied that had to dry for 5 minutes. It does remove that as well. But I would definitely recommend making sure that you are washing your hands afterwards. So that is it for this video. I hope this video was helpful, and yeah, so that's it for today's video.